I have a great update for parents with kids that will receive the kids' stimulus checks starting in July and how to get those via the new portal the IRS just released. The IRS deposits hundreds of thousands of IRS stimulus checks today and sent out even more paper checks to those that overpaid on unemployment. Senator Sanders doubles down on his battle to help those on SSI, and SSDI by going after the wealthy and big business. Hello and welcome to today's June 16th daily news report, as well as ongoing stimulus information video. If you're a subscribed member of my community, then welcome back. And if you're not, consider subscribing right now so I can keep you up to date on what's going on in Washington, D.C., what's going on in the economy with stimulus, stock market investing, and much, much more. All right, now, don't fall for the scammers using my name and face that are trying to trick you into texting them. That is not me. I would never text you. All right, I'm also happy to announce a new giveaway that Casey and I are doing to say thank you to our subscribed members. We're going to kick it off by having 24 winners. 12 will win one of these amazing hats, and 12 will win $250 in cash. That's over $3,000. Now, that's higher than last time because one of our sponsors who wishes to remain anonymous kicked in an extra $1,000, which means we're giving away a total of over $5,000 in prizes and cash, which is just amazing, right? So I'll make sure to leave a link below. I also want to thank today's video sponsor, Vessi Shoes, and I'll tell you about them a little bit later. All right, now the Senate last night unanimously moved to create the 12th federal holiday, Juneteenth, which is celebrated every June 19th to commemorate the day slavery ended in the United States. Slavery had ended earlier than this date, but word had not yet reached Texas until Major General Gordon Granger rode into Galveston, Texas to make this monumental announcement. Democrat Senator Ed Markey and Republican Senator John Cornyn were the two most influential senators in getting this new federal holiday passed. Again, that's on June 19th. It's the new federal holiday. I have some very good news today. We are less than 30 days away from parents getting the kids' stimulus checks. Those will start on July 15th and go every month until the end of the year. The first of two IRS portals has now been released and open to the public. On the IRS website, you can find a frequently asked questions and details about the program and who needs to register their information. If you have kids age 17 and under, you should have received a letter in the mail by now, giving you an approximate idea of how much you'll receive each and every month for your kids. The first portal right now is for non-filers or those that have children and might not have filed an income tax because of being on a program that doesn't require it or being lower income. This page will tell you how to fill out the form and who needs to fill out the form. If you have kids the IRS does not know about and you are a non-filer, then you must fill this out or you will not get the kids' stimulus checks each month. You'll be able to update your kids, marriages, banking information, any new babies that you had, and more. Do not, I repeat, do not hand over this information anywhere else, not via text, not on any other web page, only on irs.gov, and I'm going to leave a link below. There are so many people right now that are trying to trick you through comments in YouTube channels, via texting, via internet ads. Do not fall for it. The IRS said that they are anticipating millions of scam attempts on this program. Again, I'll make sure to leave a link below. I have a lot more to tell you, but first let me tell you about today's video sponsor. I want to thank today's video sponsor, Vessi Shoes. So many of you bought Vessi shoes last time I mentioned them that they've asked me to talk about them again. The first thing I noticed when I searched Vessi Shoes is that the internet is covered in positive reviews. I love my Vessi shoes. In fact, 9 videos out of 10 when I'm here on YouTube, I'm wearing my Vessi shoes because they look nice, They're super comfortable and they slip on and off my feet easily. Vessi shoes are waterproof. I mean, really waterproof. Recently, my new pair got muddy while helping a neighbor. I was so confident that my feet would stay dry that I actually washed my shoes while I was still wearing them. Now, when you get your new pair, the box says, "Welcome to the Dry Socks Club," and they're not kidding. So go have a great summer without worrying about puddles, rain, wet grass, spilled drinks, or a sloppy fitting sneaker. Vessi shoes are amazing, lightweight, and they look nice when you go to work. So check out Vessi shoes. I'm going to leave a link below to make it easy, and make sure to use my community-only code so you can get $25 off your purchase. The kids' stimulus checks will start on July 15th of this year, then another one on August 13th, September 15th, October 15th, November 15th, and the final one on December 15th. This will account for 50% of the higher child tax credit. The lump sum or second half will come when you file your 2021 taxes, or if you're a non-filer, they'll just send it out as a lump sum. Now, originally, Democrats wanted this to be a permanent plan until 2025. However, they have now said that 1 year is fine and that it should not be permanent. Republicans, however, are saying it should be permanent, and Senator Josh Hawley is saying it should be as high as $1,000 a month to help those that are raising children here in the United States. The second portal, for those that are not non-filers, will hopefully open any day now. And as soon as it does, I will let you know so that you can update your address, marriage, children, banking information, etc., etc. So keep watching the channel. By the way, thank you guys so much for giving these videos a like. I really appreciate it. All right, now, if you still have not received any of the first 3 stimulus checks, the IRS says that you need to call them or to file a tax return and specifically request the Recovery Rebate Credit, or RRC, in order to get your money. Your money is sitting and you're entitled to it. You just need to request it from them if for some reason you haven't received it. There may be some relief of higher gas prices later this year and next year. A federal judge has halted President Biden's actions on stopping oil and gas leases in Alaska. Over a dozen states sued President Biden for overreach of authority, and a judge has sided with these states, saying, yes, the president overreached on authority. Now, regarding a 4th stimulus check, we are about 18 days away from when House Speaker Nancy Pelosi wants to vote on the next 2 infrastructure packages, the physical infrastructure and the stimulus package, or the American Families Plan. Over 80 in Congress would like to see a 4th stimulus check of some dollar amount. We've seen a lot about the number 2,000, but several of them have not actually given a dollar amount. So it could be 600 or 1,200 or 1,400 or 2,000. These are all numbers that have been thrown out in the past. However, a few in Congress are now starting to say we can no longer call these stimulus checks, but rather survival checks. There is a targeted number of Americans that no longer need money to help stimulate the U.S. economy, but do need money in order to survive and get back on their feet after a difficult year of lockdowns. Now, later today, members of the House Intelligence Committee will be privately briefed on the Pentagon's knowledge of UFOs and UFO technology. It's not clear whether this information will be made public, as right now it is highly classified material. The Pentagon doesn't like to use the word UFO, but prefers UAP, which stands for Unidentified Aerial Phenomenon. So hopefully they'll release that, because they said they would. But then again, if there is UFOs and UFO technology, they've been hiding it for 50 years. Why would they tell us now, right? Anyway, it's big in the news right now. Now, the governor of Texas has called on the state of Arizona to send Border Patrol and police to help grapple with the crisis at the border. According to Governors Abbott and Ducey, the crisis at the border is real and they need help. They may be calling on other states to intervene or send National Guard, as the Biden administration seems to only discuss the border and not deal with the border. To date, Vice President Kamala Harris has not yet visited the border. Former President Donald Trump will be going to the border on June 30th, along with Governor Abbott, to address the situation and bring attention to the seriousness of the number of people crossing into the country and the amount of illegal drugs entering the country. Democrats in Texas, California, and Arizona are begging Vice President Kamala Harris to come to the border. They say that she is bungling the border crisis and should have gone to the border before going to the country of Guatemala. Hopefully, she will respond to their call to action. 2 days ago, police in San Francisco found enough illegal fentanyl to kill every person living in San Francisco. Sadly, this is only what they found. The police said, imagine what's out there that we have not found. Senator Bernie Sanders says taxing the wealthy like Jeff Bezos and controlling how much the government wastes on prescription drugs is the answer to getting more help to seniors and those on SS, SSI, and SSDI. Jeff Bezos will be charging $28 million to go into space with he and his brother next month. Senator Sanders says that's $28 million more than Jeff Bezos paid in taxes. We can't keep letting these billionaires pay low taxes while the middle class workers pay the taxes. President Biden promised to raise Social Security program benefits by $200 a month, and this is one way that Sanders sees this happening. Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Dogecoin have suffered an over 5% drop in the last 24 hours. However, while it's been dropping, those in the crypto space say that this is just a blip and that things will bounce back. Billionaire Tim Draper says Bitcoin will move to $250,000 per coin in the next the next 2 years, and cited inflation and money printed by the U.S. government as the root cause as the surge in popularity of crypto coins goes up. So he believes that as they print more money, people will lose faith in the U.S. dollar and will be shifting over to cryptocurrencies. Now, to end on a positive note, Americans became more generous towards each other in 2020. Charitable giving soared to over $470 billion as Americans wanted to give back and help their fellow American. Sometimes the media tries to portray the United States as an awful country and an awful place to live. However, on a global scale, Americans are known as some of the most generous people on the planet when it comes to donating money and items. Now, this is my update for today. As I know more, I will definitely come on and share more. Before you go, make sure to sign up for the new giveaway that's announced and released starting today. Also, check out Vessi Shoes and my discount code. The Vessi Shoes are amazing, and I'm really grateful for them as a video sponsor. Now, before you go, I wish to remind you that you are amazing. I appreciate you being in my community, and I'll see you on the next video.